Like, I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. But like, it's beautiful. I mean, maybe these people are just way better artists than me and this takes them like 20 minutes. It's possible. It's not that hard to be a better artist than me because I'm not that good of an artist. Just kidding, I have self-confidence. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So this time I thought it might be fun to do a reacting to extra Instagram spreads video. So I'm basically just going to scroll through some of the popular bullet journal hashtags on Instagram and react to the most extra over-the-top spreads that I find. Disclaimer, I have nothing against extra spreads or super artistic spreads, super, time-consuming spreads. I am purposefully going to keep the usernames of these Instagrammers in the video because I expect that some of you will be wowed by some of these spreads, as I will be, I'm sure, and will want to go check them out. So I want to give credit where credit's due and allow y'all to go find them and follow them if you are so inclined. Which reminds me, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I would love to have you over there. It's a much easier place to interact one-on-one and get to know all of you. It's a great place for you to tag me in your bullet journaling spread so I can see what you're making. And it's also a really easy way for me to ask all of you what you want to see on my channel and for feedback and do like little polls and things like that. So yeah, go follow me on Instagram. My username is here. I'm also linked in the description box down below. And without further ado, let's react to some extra over-the-top Instagram bullet journal spreads. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my phone. So I'm gonna start basic. I'm gonna go to the bullet journaling hashtag and let's see what's up. So I'm looking for the most extra spreads. That's my criteria. What's this? This is a super extra BTS spread. I know literally nothing about BTS. I don't think I've ever heard any of their music. I don't know any of their names, but that is very over the top and beautiful. I like the color palette. Fun. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, so this spread is super over the top. I don't know if they painted all of these pieces separately, but wow, that's very intricate. I love the tones, like the sort of silvery purple and blue. It's beautiful, but I can't imagine how long this would have taken to make. And also you have such a small amount of space to actually write your to-do list. There's space for 5 things. I would need like 7 of these spreads for one day. But it is gorgeous and I'm gonna save it because it's beautiful. This is another BTS spread. People are really into BTS. Like, I don't understand. Again, I haven't listened to BTS, so maybe I'm just missing out on the greatest band of all time. But like, wow, people get really into it. These little cats are adorable. This has nothing to do with bullet journaling. They're just paintings, but I love them. Okay, for real, let's focus. I don't know if I'd say that's over the top, but it's really pretty. Ow, just smacked my finger. I mean, I would say this is pretty over the top. It's sort of like a scrapbook style, paper lantern, goodbye June, hello July. I really like the colors, the sort of earthy, warm, they almost feel like autumn colors with the red and the brown and the orange sort of shades. And I like the different patterns of the paper. I do really like scrapbooky style bullet journals. Y'all probably know that I did a scrapbook style plan with me for October last year. It was like a very scrapbooky kind of spooky fall theme. And I really enjoyed it, but I feel like usually that just doesn't come to mind. It doesn't occur to me to like find things and cut them up and glue them in. I'm usually thinking about how I can draw or paint in my bullet journal, but it's really pretty. I like it. It gives it more of a texture to it, which is kind of nice. Especially I feel like for the fall, not like there's anything wrong with scrapbook style bullet journals any other season, but they just feel, because they have more layers on the page, it just kind of automatically makes my brain think about fall and winter and kind of layering up. That probably doesn't really make any sense, but that's where we're at. Let's see. None of these are that extra. I thought there would be way more. Okay, this is pretty extra. That is pretty over the top and awesome. I love it. I also really like the lettering. The lettering is really nice. It's kind of jaunty, but the width is very uniform. It looks very well done. And these tentacles are pretty amazing. I feel like it's timely because of the whole Little Mermaid controversy being announced thing. If you didn't see my video where I talked about that, I'll link it so you can watch it. But, you know, with Ursula, even though she's not orange, but it's still pretty awesome. I love that. I'm gonna save it. Inspiration. I will probably never do a spread that's that extra, but you know, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, let's try a different hashtag. The Art of Boojo. Let's see. This one's pretty extra. It's really awesome though. That's such a cool design. That must have taken a really long time. I mean, I love anything space or star related, so I am totally on board. This one as well, I've already liked and saved this one, but it's kind of a similar thing. I wonder, is that the same person? Yeah, so it's from the same monthly. Beautiful. That's really cool. Sort of like waves, but they're a bunch of spheres. I like that. Damn. Wow, this one is really, really beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. I really want whatever this gold paint is. What is this gold paint? Tell me what the gold paint is. Okay, let's continue. So this one, wow, another one that I had already saved, but this is such a beautiful job. I can't believe it looks like they did it with Tombows. I don't know what kind of notebook this is, but that is a gorgeous turtle. It is so incredibly detailed and very realistic, even though the colors are obviously more artistic and saturated, but wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. I can't draw that well. I really can't. What is this? Another turtle. Nice. For a second I thought it was a dinosaur, like, you know the scene in Land Before Time when they're like underwater and the dinosaurs are swimming and they're like afraid that they're gonna get smacked by the giant legs of the dinosaurs and they're gonna like drown or something? That's what I thought that was. Just getting really morbid there for no reason. And also, I don't know if I've written this down before, but I'm writing down Land Before Time / dinosaurs as a theme idea because I love dinosaurs. This is gonna be the most random video. So this is like how my brain works. It's all over the place. Actually, completely unrelated to this video, but I've been wondering lately if maybe I might have ADHD. It was suggested to me by someone and then I looked up the symptoms from a bunch of different sources and like very much related to those symptoms. So I have not been diagnosed. I'm just starting to wonder if perhaps I may have ADHD. So I'm gonna go meet up with my therapist and see what we can do about maybe getting a diagnosis, if that is what I do in fact have, because there is medication out there that is apparently very helpful for those with ADHD. So if that is actually kind of the root cause of my mental health stuff, it would be pretty cool to get that figured out. But that was a tangent. Again, going on tangents is another reason why I think I might have ADHD. Okay, so the sleep trackers are like fading away and it's a cutaway. And then we have this kind of like very pastel-y clouds along the side and then the mood tracker wheel. Oops, that is beautiful. And I would say it counts as being extra. It's pretty over the top. I'm really uncomfortable. I'm sitting on a hard plastic chair. Ow, okay. What else? Whoa, that's pretty amazing. Aw, that's so cute. I feel like this is just me reacting to random Instagram things now, not over the top or extra things, but I really like that. A lot of people have done turtle themes lately, apparently. So many turtles. It's like, should I do a video series of trend watch and bullet journaling? Like, the newest trend in bullet journaling is turtles. Turtles everywhere. I don't know what that voice was. That was the voice that I assume people use when they're announcing or reporting on trends. This is gonna be really fun for me to edit because I am all over the freaking place. I feel like I'm getting sensory overload because there's so many colors, even though I wouldn't consider a lot of the individual spreads to be extra over the top, just like as a whole, it's a little bit overwhelming. Okay, so like this is what I would call an extra spread. So it's a master list, and such a small amount of the page is dedicated to the list, but most of it is the art, which is beautiful. It's like these flowers that must have taken a really long time to draw and paint, and then these really bold borders that had to be filled in, and they're very perfect as far as the lines, so that probably took a while to make sure that they were perfect. Also, all these things that have been checked off have a perfectly straight line, so either this person has a very steady hand or they used a ruler for every tiny little thing. Same thing with the lettering. A very extra spread. I like it though, it's very dynamic. This is cool, theme ideas. And they have just a bunch of drawings of theme ideas. What I was saying when I got rudely interrupted by my camera overheating and turning off was that's a really cool idea and very intricate and probably took a long time. And I, as much as I feel like that would be a cool way to write out all my ideas, I probably don't have the patience to make a spread like that. So good for you. This one is another great example of an extra spread that I love. This is by Dutch Dots. They do amazing spreads, but this one in particular is awesome. I love how the border is really dark around the edges and then fades inward. And this astronaut waving goodbye to January, so over the top, but beautiful. Okay, let's look at the Boojo inspo hashtag. Oh my goodness, this is adorable. This is a Cinderella inspired mood tracker, and she's washing the floor and the bubbles are coming up and they've colored the bubbles for their moods. That is an incredibly clever idea. That's one thing I love about bullet journaling and about the super artsy spreads is sometimes you see people having such creative ideas about how to incorporate a theme into a spread in a way you maybe wouldn't have expected, and it always blows me away, the kind of creativity. I just feel like I'm constantly surprised and inspired when I look online. This is not super over the top, but I love this idea that the cover page is looking out the window of an airplane. Let's just do a couple more. I feel as though I'm learning that there are not as many extra over the top spreads as I thought. This one is pretty over the top. Kitties floating in space. This reminds me a lot of Jan Plans Things, her spreads. Let me go to her page. She does a lot of over to the top extra things. That is beautiful. Wow, look at that moon. Look at the detail. Wow, 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 wow. Jan Plans Things makes such beautiful, beautiful spreads. I'm always so inspired. Look at this kitty on a spaceship. Pocahontas. I love Pocahontas. Pocahontas has a special place in my heart. Just around the river bend, waiting just around the river bend. We look once more just around the river bend, beyond the shore where the something flies free. Why do I not remember the lyrics? Just around the river bend. I love Pocahontas. Yeah, this one is super over the top. Kitties, space kitties, and the moon and the planets, and there's metallic shiny things, and it's very extra over the top, but again, beautiful. I feel like Jan Plans Things has a bunch of very extra spreads, but again, they're all so well done and so beautiful. The impression that I get is all of her spreads take like 7 hours to do. That's what I think when I look at them. They take 7 hours each. That's how I feel, and that's accurate. Let's find another one. Just one more over the top extra spread. There's gotta be one, right? Sorry, someone just walked by staring through my window. These windows that are lighting this side of my face go to the street, and I often get people walking by staring at me while I'm filming, which is not uncomfortable at all. It's totally fine. Makes me feel right at home, which is good because I'm literally right at home right now. I'm in my home. I look once more just around the river bend, beyond the shore where the gulls fly free. Don't know what for, just around the river bend. This one's really over the top. Wow, look at the detail. I do love a good black background that really makes the foreground pop. This has a lot of detail. It's really beautiful. I also really like the fact that the background is solid black at the top and then sort of dissipates into dots that slowly disperse along the bottom. Again, it's one of those spreads that's utterly beautiful and looks like it took 7 hours to do. Which, I mean, y'all always say in comments of my videos that the things I do look like they take 7 hours, but I promise you they don't. I don't have the patience for that. I'm a very, very impatient human. It is one of my flaws. Wow, look at this. Okay, I remember seeing this before. This is super extra, and holy crap, look at that detail. Wow. Like, I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. But like, it's beautiful. I mean, maybe these people are just way better artists than me, and this takes them like 20 minutes. It's possible. It's not that hard to be a better artist than me because I'm not that good of an artist. Just kidding, I have self-confidence. I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. Wow, this is pretty extra and beautiful. I love that the little umbrellas and the drinks almost look like Victorian parasols. I don't know if Victorian is the right era, but they're very intricate parasols, and I love the shades of that pink and the orange. This is really beautiful. Love that. Okay, I'm nearing the end of my mental capacity to focus, so I need to wrap this video up. Also, my phone is dying. This is the last spread I'm going to talk about, but I wanted to talk about it as soon as I saw it again because this is the spread that inspired me to do a Game of Thrones spread, which I did back in May. I'll link it if you haven't seen it, but I knew I couldn't do anything like this. Dots and other things is so talented. The realism is shocking. Even just the entirely filled in black page, I salute them for the time. But wow, and they did a number of spreads. They did one that was Daenerys, one that was Sansa and Arya, but this specific one of Jon Snow just blew me away, and I would say it's very extra and over the top, even though it's black and white. So yeah, hats off to you. And that is it for this video, reacting to what I would consider to be extra bullet journal spreads on Instagram. I was surprised that I didn't see more. Maybe people are moving more towards minimalism since it's summer and people want to spend more time outside and less time drawing in their bullet journals. I hope that this was at least partially interesting, and I apologize to future me for having to edit this video because I was all over the place. And I had an idea that I thought it would be fun to do a reacting to your recreations of my spreads, and also a just reacting to spreads that y'all have made. So if you would be interested in having your work featured in either of those videos, so either just spreads you've made that have nothing to do with mine or recreations of spreads I've done, please let me know. You can submit your spreads by DMing them to me on Instagram. Again, I will link my Instagram down below. I just think it'll be a fun video so that I can talk a little bit more about your spreads, because even though I share them every month and I like to also share them on my stories on Instagram, I don't really get the chance to talk about them too much, so I felt like it would be fun to get to feature them and also to just kind of shout out all of you. So maybe some of you will find each other and follow each other and support each other. Yeah, it just seemed like kind of a fun thing. So definitely submit your spreads to me on Instagram if you're interested in being included in those videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it despite the fact that I was in a very distracted post-afternoon slump hyper mood. But that's just me. This is me. I'm real. Hashtag authentic life goals. Okay, bye. Thank you, as always, to my patrons for their support. Extra special thanks to our newest patrons, Eliza, Jordan, and Lynn. Welcome to the squad. Make sure to go watch my August Plan With Me video that went up a couple days ago. I am so proud of how it turned out, and it was a bit of a journey, so I would love if you'd go check that video out. And I will be posting my husband's Plan With Me this coming Saturday, so watch out for more Boojo related content coming at ya very soon.